Hail, my little halflings and goblins. This is DM Chris, your friendly DM from Going Gaming Gaming Store and the Grub and Grog. I just wanted to let you in on an exciting venture that we've started with Talon and Claw. Talon and Claw has been on my radar for some time. I've been wanting to get one of their beautiful wooden DM screens. So my birthday's coming on June 1st. If any of my players want to get one, I kid. But anyways, we have a deal going on with Talon and Claw, and that deal is that if you use code GOINGAMING in all capital letters on their Etsy store, you will receive 10% off of your purchase. In addition to that, Talon and Claw will kick back 10% back to Go and Gaming store. It's a win-win-win. We help get more customers for Talon and Claw. Talon and Claw helps Go and Gaming survive the pandemic, and you, that's you, get a 10% discount on your purchase. Like I said, they've been on my radar for a while. However, recently I entered a contest on Twitter, and I happened to win one of their leather dice trays, which is this right here. As you can see, it is very portable. The whole thing unrolls. It's stamped with the Talon and Claw logo, and you just snap it together and you get a perfect rolling surface. And let me tell you, the leather works great. Not all rolling surfaces are created equal. I have found that some of the cheaper ones that are made of the PU leather, the dice just skids across it. They slide on one surface. And so this is the surface once it's complete. Also, I have recently purchased from them a Council of 7 dice vault in red oak. These come in different types of wood. You get to choose when you purchase it. They have a magnetic clasp closing it, and it is a vault for holding your dice. They have larger vaults. They also make a full line of wooden dice trays that serve as a vault. They have, of course, many different models of their DM screen in multiple different woods. So definitely go ahead and check them out. You can click their link on my YouTube channel or scroll down in your Twitch channel, and you will see a tile there to click on their store. Please check them out, and I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you at the gaming table soon. Thanks, guys.
I was flattering said.
I can always do it. Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Come on, a little more excitement than that. Come on.
Hello.
Happy fucking birthday!
Thank you. So, yeah. First of all, welcome to Dungeons of the Mad Mage. We are a gaming group from Troutdale, Oregon. We usually play in a game shop called Going Gaming, and it is a small game shop and deli. Going Gaming and the Grub and Grog. They have excellent sandwiches, and they are a cornerstone of the gaming community in a small area called Troutdale, Oregon. But they are hurting and wounded by the terrible pandemic that we are dealing with, and the, dare I say, draconian measures of the closure of businesses. They have had to shut down their store. They are available for orders, curbside pickup, and delivery within a 3-mile radius. That would be Troutdale, Fairview, Corbett, and Gresham, I would believe. They deliver sandwiches and beer, cider, growlers, you name it. They'll even order, if you want to order a board game or dice or miniatures or books, they will deliver that. But it's hurting them that the store has had to close. And so with that, they've had to shut down all of their Dungeons& Dragons games, all of their Magic the Gathering games. They are gutted. They are literally gutted. Even with the GoFundMe that I've created, we're not sure that they're going to survive. That's a fact. It's true. So I'm trying to re-up everybody, even if you can only donate $5. Just $5. Please do so. You can't play Dungeons & Dragons or Magic at Walmart or Amazon. You need to have your local gaming shop. You cannot go to Walmart and sell your cards. Please support your local gaming stores. And Going Gaming and Grub and Grog is one such example. Even for just $5, you can be a hero to the family that runs that store. So that's my pitch. Having said that, we also have a partnership with Talon and Claw. And Talon and Claw makes beautiful wooden Dungeon Master screens. They make beautiful wooden, the Council of 7 dice tray and leather dice, Council of 7 dice vault, and they have a leather dice tray and a number of other beautiful items. They can even do custom engraving. Please check them out. They have a code that if you go to their Etsy store and you use code GOINGAMING in all capital letters, you will receive a 10% discount. And that 10% will apply to your purchase, and then Talon and Claw will take 10% and apply it to Going Gaming to help them get through this terrible crisis. Everybody wins. So please check them out. On a personal note, please do not purchase Synergy Energy Drink. They're a terrible company trying to screw over streamers and YouTubers. Do not do that. Just avoid them like the plague. So, where we were leaving off, we've taken
personal bias, of course.
no. Hey, you know what? Full disclosure, there's full personal. There is a ton of personal bias. Look, here's the reality. So, Synergy came to me and said, "Hey, do you want to be an affiliate?" And that's all they said. And my initial response is, "What do I get out of this?" Because, I mean, why should I give you free advertising? Their response to that was, "Oh, well, you sign up and you can use our graphics." Hooray. And then I said, you're going to have to do better than that. And they said, oh, well, you can get a 4-pack of sample Synergy energy drink, and all you have to do is pay $9 shipping and handling. I'm like, I can go to Walmart here in Vancouver, and I can buy them for $2.35 a can without deposit. So, again, I'm failing to understand what I'm getting here. So here's my point. If you think that you're going to get sponsored and you have to pay something, you are getting screwed. Synergy is boning you, and I've been sponsored. I've been sponsored by Thermaltake. I've gotten free product. At no point have I ever paid shipping and handling on anything that I had to order, let alone shipping and handling that equaled the cost of the product itself. So, Synergy, please look at my webcam. Fuck you. All right. So, that's my personal take on Synergy energy drink. My bad. Where we left off 2 weeks ago, you guys were in the Tower of Willow, who runs Wyllowood. Hold on here. Let me add you to my order. I'm sorry, guys. Did I overtook that entire conversation? Did anybody else have anything fantastic that happened to them in the past week in our little vacation? Crickets. You slept a lot? Yeah, there's that.
Nothing fantastic that I can think of.
Let's see.
Liam helped me dig a pond in the backyard.
Yeah, and I heard. I saw your tadpoles died though. That kind of makes me sad.
No response.
Well, yeah, the tadpoles died, and it was a little sad. And then all the fish we put in the pond died too. So I got to figure out what's up with the water. Maybe an ammonia thing. I don't know.
So we had purchased our baby boy Simba, our cat, had died after 15 years. And I couldn't stand to live without a cat. And so we had gone and rescued a new cat named Piper. And Piper, the whole reason why we did it is my wife, her thing was that I am so heartbroken without having a cat in the house, is that we went and we got Piper for me. And Piper doesn't want anything to do with me. Piper is a princess and has decided that Kate is her person. And so Piper doesn't want to come up to me and anything. She's now, so for my birthday, last Friday, we went up and we got a kitten. Little Tassie Burfoot. She's tiny. She's like the size of my hand. And her and Piper are starting to get along, and Tassie is most certainly my cat. She follows me around. She cries when I'm not within arm's reach. If I leave, she goes crazy.
That's so cute.
Yes. So we have cute kitten and Piper, who is a beautiful princess, and Piper is really pretty. She looks like she's on the cover of the Sheba food box. She is beautiful. And so they have started to play. So yeah. And then in other news, so if, I don't know, you guys, I don't know if you watch any of our other streams for gaming. Tomorrow night is going to be very, very interesting because I am going to break the rules, and I'm actually having a live in-person game that we will be streaming. It will be 7 players, me and 6 other players, something like that. It's going to be a packed audience, and we will have cameras streaming it, multiple cameras in the Greenwater Mercantile and Adventuring Company Guild Hall, which is my personal gaming room. So, might want to check that out if you're interested in watching a bad idea transfold in slow motion. That will happen tomorrow night at 5:30. Be aware that that stream is adults only, 18 plus. There will be no holding back on jokes there.
I think we're all 18 plus here.
I think we are. Yeah, I think we are. But I mean, anybody else who's watching, it's like, if you got kids watching. Well, no. Norte's not 18 plus, although he certainly acts it. He certainly acts older than me at times.
But then eventually he'll just learn that being adult isn't necessarily
That interesting, right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Right. Being an adult sucks.
It's more about just managing when you're a kid.
Right. Right.
Liam's having a hard time getting his microphone working. He might just type it out tonight.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. It makes me sad. I could see his mouth moving and I hear nothing. All right, so where we left off, you guys are going to have to remind me a little bit here. So we were in the tower, Wyllows Tower, and you were in her throne room talking to her. You saw that she had a pet displacer beast that had come out from around her throne, and you guys were given a grand banquet, a dinner. You were invited to sit and enjoy. So does anybody have anything that I'm missing here?
It's been a while. I think you're forgetting that we all leveled up a couple of times.
You did level up, at least. You did level up, but not in the Wyllows Tower. No.
You know, I could do with a more senile Chris that can't remember crap.
Well, yeah, you were close. You were close because I got 3 games that I'm running, and it's like, man, it starts to get a little difficult. The reality is that here I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I leveled you up too early. You weren't supposed to get a level at the end of the last level of Undermountain, and I gave you a level anyways. And so, yeah. You guys are a little bit ahead of the curve.
Hooray!
So I guess I need to open up, like Morden Canaans and start pulling monsters out of there.
Hooray!
So you guys are sitting at this banquet table. And the table itself looks like the forest has grown up and the roots have actually grown into a table itself. And it is covered with a bounty of food. You note that it is mostly vegetarian, although there is a large platter in the center of the table of a roasted elk. And at the end of the table, in a high-backed chair, is a grown wood throne that Willow is sitting in, and she comes over and she invites you all to sit down. All of the wine goblets are carved wooden wine goblets. The pitchers are made of wood. Everything, all of the plates and dishware is made of wood. And you are invited to sit down at her table. In this room, you see that to the sides of this room are 2 doors to the north and south. One is the door to the south is the door that you came in. It was a round stairwell that came up. And there is a closed set of doors that go to the north and go up. What would you like to do?
Aaron is wondering, just a perception check or whatever. Are we dealing with Fae here?
No. Well, meh. Um, when you ask if you're, so Aaron being a, excuse me, um, crap, what are you?
I am a
Right?
mostly a rogue, but
No, I mean,
cleric and warlock.
what's your
I'm
race?
an Eldrin.
Yeah, you're an Eldrin. So yeah, you are from the Fey realm.
Yes.
Eldrin, you are not seeing direct influence of the Feywild here. You are seeing a magical forcefulness of an influx of the Feywild. Like something forced the Feywild in here. And you're not detecting the Feywild in and of itself. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it makes me
Or does it make you have more questions?
no.
So she
slightly.
So Willow already told you that she also already gave you a little bit of backstory. She was a druid who, in one form or another, was essentially captured by Hallister and trapped here. And she was so heartbroken by not being able to see the natural world and being trapped in a cavern that he created unnaturally through magic this forest with an illusory sky that changes from day night. Um, for all intents and purposes, while you're here on this level of Undermountain, you feel like you are in the open. You are in a forest. She didn't really get better from that, and so he captured another adventurer, and he brought him down here, and the two of them fell in love. But her paramour, he didn't exactly fall to that, and so he tried to escape. And when he couldn't escape, he turned on Willow, and she was forced to kill him. And he is buried somewhere to the north, and she is forever sorrowful. And his name was Cirrus, and she has named her displacer beast Cirrus in his name. You know that the grave to the north is guarded by a Will-O-Wisp, and she has told you that the Will-O-Wisp is actually the returned spirit of Cirrus. She is also in this entire region. She has awakened trees and awakened elk. There are giant bats that cling to the tower, and she has basically created an edict that nobody is allowed to come and cut down the trees of the forest and light a fire or to defile the creatures of the forest. If you want to come through her region and make a campfire out of fallen wood, that's fine. But if you were to cut down a tree, you will most likely be killed. And she has told you that the only problems that she has in the region is to the west, there is a basilisk that is causing issues. And she would be all right if you were to remove that threat.
What is the basilisk there for? Is it just like
the basilisk?
Why was it put there?
It wasn't put there. The basilisk came up from a lower region. It followed the riverbank and came up. And she tells you that she does not recommend. Now you're aware that this river that you came down, it was so rain. You have been where we go camping, the East Fork of the Hood River. That's the kind of river you're talking about. And so she says, I don't recommend that you follow this river further down because you won't survive. So imagine if that river went into a tunnel underground. It's a fast-moving, rocky river. You're probably not going to survive it to the next level. So she tells you that it's unrecommended that you go further down. However, she knows that the basilisk is guarding an area that will allow you to go further down. Is what she tells you.
Well, that sounds super premium.
Yes, we seek to proceed further as we head towards a confrontation with Hallister, and we're grateful for your directions and your fine meal here. And once we're done, we'll head to the west to see if we can help you in this regard.
Make a persuasion check.
So, we're going to kill a basilisk.
That's
Is that the plan?
That's the idea.
We gotta go squish the monsters.
I hate rolling average. Looks awful.
Are we gonna burn him down this time?
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
however we feel like killing it.
All
We
right,
just
burn it down.
do it at night.
So with Aaron, with your 10 persuasion, she says, "Please eat." And this roast elk that's in the middle, it smells delicious. It's been smoked with rosemary and thyme and oregano, and it's covered in butter and herbs. And Aaron, in your head, you get a vision of Willow. And she says, it is a flash with lightning behind you. And she says, "Beware, Hallister." And there's a lightning flash, and then she gets really close to your face. And then that's the end of the vision. And
Yeah.
she's holding up a wine glass.
Right. Yeah, this is the... Okay, so I will ask her... I'm not sure how to do this, but I'm not very comfortable. This seems way too much like Fey meals, where you don't really want to eat their food. This is a little bit too good to be true, and the environment...
She
looks
says,
like...
you're talking about the summer court.
Yes.
No. This is not the summer court. Please, eat. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
I do have
I still don't trust it yet.
an investigator ability to detect lies, but and
I will tell you immediately, your investigator ability and your insight check, she's not lying to you.
okay.
Telfar is already working on his second plate.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
And it's not even as fatty and gamey as you would expect. This is well-aged meat. This is good stuff.
And I already forgot which roll I was to make.
Make a Arcana check.
Another boring average roll.
Well, 12 actually gets it. So, again, you have the feeling like it's not like the veil between the material realm and the Feywild is here, but you feel like a lot of energy has been drawn from the veil and deposited here. Like literally something sucked energy out of the veil from the Feywild and put it here on this level.
Well, that's a pretty good trick, Hallister.
Oh, this particular piece of magic is
Massively
beyond...
powerful. Yeah, this is you would describe this as almost godlike. I mean, this is not something that you can just do.
Yeah, this is the mythical level 10 spells or even more.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly well outside of anything currently known.
At the very least, it's ritual magic. Like, ritual that takes like years and years and years to do. And I mean, you can actually, it's almost like a smell. You can smell that there was a point where the veil touched this realm. Like the smell of fresh pine and sunlight and dirt sits there just beyond your reach.
Telfar kind of likes this place and doesn't really know why. Look at how shiny everything is.
Right, but
yeah.
But the Eladrin is like, this is creepy as fuck. I don't know that I like this place.
I'm very uneasy.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, Rytheria is.
so yes, Aaron's main mission is his main mission right now is to get free of the lady.
So yeah, and you right now are guests of Willow. There's the other issue that just to the south of the tower, at number 7 here, you found these cairns, these little dug-in spots, like rough ossuaries that were filled with bones.
Yes, that might be a topic for table conversation.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to bring that up while you're reading, hold on 1 second. I will be right back.
Yeah, we are to learn. In order to even have a chance against Hallister, we need to learn what we can. And potentially this area's got some clues that might help us know what we're facing and maybe even help us defeat him. Which right now sounds like a crazy goal for us to be, or a task for us to be assigned. But perhaps there's an artifact or something. I mean, the amount of power out here is just insane. So maybe Hallister has an artifact buried out here that's enabling this to happen.
I just want to know what the point of making the trees animate is for. Like, what is it for protection? Do the trees know if they have negative intentions coming in, or what? Why?
It's a good suspicion. Last session, 2 weeks ago, Chris said that they responded to anyone attacking the woods and would. So if you chop down a tree or something, these things would come after you. So at a minimum, we've been told that they are policemen of the forest.
I heard that, but I was like, that seems like a cover up for something, in my opinion. So I might ask about that.
Your suspicious mind appeals to me greatly.
And Telfar continues to stuff his face full of mashed potatoes and gravy.
Right
Little
there,
chipmunk
really wants
cheeks
to eat,
bulging
but
out.
she's too scared of what might happen. She's waiting for Telfar to have any signs of anything wrong happening. Our little test subject.
Right, the canary in the coal mine.
I eat as well.
Oh, 2 test subjects.
I just start shoving my face full of meat.
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum.
I'm reminded of, I don't even know why, but I'm reminded of the description that in the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, with the description of how King Arthur was named king, was, trollops lying around in lakes handing out swords to random strangers is no good way to decide a ruler.
So this is Chassie Burfoot.
Oh yeah,
Just
I
become
remember
king
that.
every time a watery tart lobs a sword at you.
Yes, it was yes. And so I'm looking at this one like, this lady, like, okay, yeah.
So
No.
so yeah, what have you guys decided about this is Chassie Burfoot, everybody? She's sleepy.
She gets, the lady gets, Willow gets trust when we've developed enough background.
So she
In the
has
meantime, I'm not adjusting anything that she gives me.
given you the original idea was she told you that you would have a free reign through her region as long as you followed the rules, and the rules are easy to follow. And you take care of the basilisk, and she would give you access to a path to the south that would lead a much easier lead to the next level. And she says that sorry, let me put this down. A much easier lead to the next level of Undermountain if you take care of the basilisk, but that can all be taken care of in the morning, and you are to be given rooms in her tower for the evening. And that was part of this grand feast that she was giving you.
Okay. Well, Aaron isn't hungry or thirsty, and he much prefers the beauty of nature as opposed to being in the walls that Hallister has built.
So before you, are you going to make that as a declaration? Because I was going to say, before you declare that, I mean, you're not wrong. So,
yeah, I'm trying to be socially conscious.
Everything
offense.
here is created by the magic of nature. But you are completely clear that this tower was created using the magic of nature by Hallister. So, it was raised artificially, while everything inside seems to have been grown naturally. Does that make sense? So, I mean, do you want to make that declaration to her?
In as polite a manner as possible. I'm not just telling her to stick it, just that I would prefer it's been a while since I've been able to sleep in such an idyllic forest. It reminds me of home, and I would prefer to be outside. And I thank her graciously for her offer of food and shelter. But if I don't offend, I would prefer to make camp outside and do my rest, since we don't sleep, and do my meditations among nature.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. I will shake the kitten for good luck.
Yay! Finally, something that's not.
See, it
immortal.
worked. So, with your 21 persuasion, she says, "Oh no, you misunderstand. Please." And she goes, "Halistry, please come here." And this short awakened tree comes in, and she says, "Halistry, please go up to the rooftop, and please make a suitable bedding arrangement for Aaron." And Telfar, you have already been up to the rooftop. You know that there is a garden area that is like an overgrown wood at the top of this tower with a bird fountain and the whole 9 yards. That you know that this tree Halistry, who brought you down to the area, is going to go up and make him a nice bedded area that you would assume would be suitable for elves or Eladrin.
Yeah.
Well, now's the time.
Challenge.
Now's the time when Aaron says, "Is there a problem with my desire to sleep outside? You seem, forgive me, unnaturally insistent upon us staying in here."
Make a persuasion check.
Did she really just name a tree Halistry?
Yes, she did.
Again, boring roll.
Her eyes narrow, and she says, "I'm not sure what you mean, Aaron. Would you prefer to sleep outside my tower?"
Yes, I apologize. I thought I had made that very clear. I would prefer to sleep among the trees outside that represent or resemble the forests of the Fae, that just feel so much more like home, and to be further away from the constructs of mortal men.
She rises and holds up a wooden tankard of wine, and she says, "Then please feel free to go downstairs. My doors are always open to you."
My thank you, lady. That does my heart good. I will take, by your leave,
So
spend my meditation in the forests.
do you take your plate with you, or you just take your stuff and go?
Well, she hasn't questioned me, but I have not been drinking or eating.
Mhm.
And if that becomes an issue to where she's trying to force it on me, I will take it and then get rid of it as soon as I can.
Okay, so you take your plate and you go down the stairs, and when you step out of the front doors, there's an awakened tree, and the awakened tree kind of leans over and goes, "I will guard you." And you can go anywhere you want, and this tree will give you cover in case there's a rainstorm.
Okay, I hand the food
that's
to
so
the tree and
nice.
say, "Could you take care of this properly?"
Yes, I certainly could.
Great, I'm happy.
I take myself, or I take it upon myself to ask if I can not stay in the tower as well, but also just as nicely. I just feel like I don't want him to be out there alone, even though he has cover. I feel like he should have someone with him. So I might sleep outside as well.
So Willow kind of turns and looks at you, and she goes, I don't understand what's going on here. I give you people my hospitality. I don't understand why you don't want to uh, stay in my tower and enjoy my hospitality. I just don't get it.
It's nothing against you. I just have a past. I have anxieties that I do not wish to confess to because they're probably inaccurate. So
Go ahead and
I'd rather just.
make a your choice, either persuasion or deception. Your choice. Duarte. I love it. I like the food.
It's delicious, really.
A 9. Wow. Okay, so she's like, I don't know what I've done to hurt your feelings, but you are of course welcome to leave my home.
Like I said, you haven't hurt my feelings, my lady. I just
No,
feel the need.
please exit.
Rough.
Right. So, right there, you exit and you whoop. That was. Why is that so fucking crazy? Yeah, you guys are out here under the awakened tree. And the awakened tree has limbs that are holding any food that you brought with you, and they're like, "Well, we can deal with this, but if you want, you can eat it." So the rest of you are sitting here at the stable, and Rytheria and Aaron have chosen to leave. What would the rest of you like to do?
I'm just gonna go to the bedroom I'm assigned
Okay.
and like just go to bed.
Yeah. So, Halistry says, "Oh, if you're tired, good master, I can lead you upstairs." And he goes over to the northern door and opens it, and there's a stairwell that goes up, and you go up, and there are a number of rooms that come off of this like branches off of a tree, and each room is individual and has two bunks in it. And you can go into this room, and there's a little potbelly stove if you were too cold, and there's some split wood sitting next to it, and there's a tea kettle on top of it. And he says, "Please be comfortable here." And there's some blankets that are made of woven wood and like wool and cotton, but it's very rough.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Please, this is your room for the night." And he turns and he shuts the door and he leaves.
All right. Well, I'll just take a bunk and lay down in it.
Okay.
Telfar wants to like hang out and chat and talk. And hey, you want to hear about the time that I met the Raven Queen? It was really funny. We were down in the basement, and oh yeah, there was that one time that Jarl Axel Bainray asked us to, I don't know, babysit some night.
Yes.
It was wild.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Yes. Willow is extremely interested. She's like, "Really? You met the Raven Queen?"
Yeah,
That is
for sure. Check out
fascinating.
this little button I've got.
She says,
And he likes to banter on and everything, and we'll maybe, I don't know, have a couple of drinks.
and she says,
and
well,
stuff.
and Norte, you have a a a watch that goes backwards every night. Well,
I know,
stuffs her
that
face
means
is full of shame.
interesting things.
She says, well, that is fascinating. Does your watch work right now? Norte, when you look at your watch, the time is stopped.
Ooh.
That sounds sketch.
Take this with you. It will help you.
And Telfar tries to lean way over to get a peek at Norte's watch.
So yeah, you look over at Norte's watch, and it has stopped at 12:15. Telfar, when you look at Norte's watch, make an Arcana check.
Ooh, I don't know nothing about no arcana, but we'll see. Ooh, yeah, a whopping 3. I got a 3
Yeah,
on my
a 3. You look at it and you're like, huh, 15.
That's weird.
Norte,
Huh?
Norte, make an Arcana check. Yeah. Okay. So you so Telfar looks at your pocket watch and she says, "Well, that's peculiar." And you look at the pocket watch and you get a vision of a group of people descending on a floating chunk of rock down to a pool of lava. And then it ends.
I like that. That's good. Putting it in the notes.
Putting in the notes. Yeah, no. Well, they might die in the lava. I don't know. We'll find out about that. But, anyways, so the rest of you. So we've got Mittens and Norte and Telfar. You're still sitting around the table telling your stories. Mittens, what are you doing? Mittens, don't be quiet like you normally are. You have things to say. You have things to do. What do you want to do sitting around this table?
We've been waiting to hear your sweet voice.
Mittens, I'm
Just
I'm
realized
going
my microphone was up.
I'm going to use my kitten as your new miniature on our table games.
Okay. I just realized my microphone was up, so it's muted the whole time.
So what would you like to do? I know you were a bit shy. You were in a fantasy world. Do whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Holy fuck.
Boo!
So, Halistry comes and says, would would you like to go to sleep? And
Yes.
offers to take you up, and he puts you in a tree room off a branch. And when you look out the windows, you can literally feel the room sway under your feet, like you're on a tree branch. And you're looking out, and you're like, oh yeah, this is exactly where I want to sleep. And this is your room. And there's a little potbelly stove.
Is there by chance a tree in the tree room?
No.
Okay.
But everything looks like it's been grown out of tree.
Yeah, good enough.
And so, Norte and Telfar, you are left telling tales at the dinner table. Ah, no
Yeah,
scratching
I think,
post.
Telfar will probably just hang out and eat and have some drinks and tell stories until he falls asleep in his chair.
Okay.
Hanging out, having a great time until he just cannot keep his eyes open anymore.
Are you guys drinking the wine?
Oh, yes.
Telfar, make a Constitution saving throw. Norte, if you want to drink the wine, you can make the Constitution saving throw at advantage.
He typed it out there already that he was stuffing his face with food and drinking ale.
That's true.
It's in the record. You're going down with me, Norte. Oh, sick. That was pretty good, though. And I'm going to use my Chwinga because my Chwinga's, I don't know, a fae.
That's right.
And
Hold
probably
on.
wants to give you some guidance and shit.
Yep. Time out. The Chwinga for this week's game, because you get a new bonus every week. You get a bonus of protection, a +1 to AC for this week.
Sounds good. So, my Constitution saving throw was a total of 19.
That's
Rolled a
perfect.
soft 20 minus 1.
So you are sleepy, and but you don't. There's nothing worse happens from that, and Halistry helps you up the stairs to your room. Norte.
You know when the DM asks you if you're drinking something, you know it's gonna be poisoned.
So Norte, you get to make the save with advantage. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Boy, what's that?
Boy, that voice segment.
Oh my.
Actually, I understand.
know what's going on now.
If you can hear us, Chris, your voice is completely garbled. It's coming through, but it's unintelligible.
Nope.
Not at all.
I think your cat may have done something to your mic when it like scratched at it.
I don't know what that is. It's like 10 times.